Good morning, children. How are you doing? I hope that you are safe and sound at home. Okay, today I would like to continue the lesson which we have started on the other day. Can you remember the name of the lesson? The name of the lesson is Run, Bulbul, Run. Somebody is urging Bulbul. Who is Bulbul? Is it a bird? No, it is a horse. The name of the horse is Bulbul. Who is the owner of this, the master of this horse? Ramjan. A 12-13 years old boy. He loves the horse so much, so does the horse. Horse also loves it so much. And his father, the ultimate owner of the horse, thought that this horse is of no use. Why? It threw him 3 times in the day. So he thought that it is not a friendly animal and it is of no use to them because they hire this horse to the tourists such that they earn their living. They take some money. Hiring the horse means lending the horse for a small ride. Then they collect money from the tourists and that's how they run the domestic course. Okay, so the story starts when his Ramjan's father was about to mount on the horse. The horse went on his hind legs and threw him away. 3 times he fell down. So he was very, very angry. And his son went to his rescue. He wanted to help his father. As the father, he went. And the father got up and he was very angry. And he told, this horse is of no use. Tomorrow morning, I am selling this horse to the first buyer. Whoever wants to buy it, I am going to sell it. What is the use of the horse? If it always throws the master, it will throw this tourist also. It's a bad tempered horse. So what happens? We lose business. So I want to sell it. But this boy was, it never threw me away, daddy. It is very good to horse. But he said, no. Tomorrow morning, I am selling the horse to the first buyer. Now, you please take the horse to the tourist place center such that we may get 1 or 2 customers. So we can earn a little money. So this boy put his head down and he was feeling very sorry and he was taking the horse. When he came on the road, he mounted on the horse. He told the horse, okay, you are my good friend. Nobody loves you more than I do. So I am your good friend. So if you want to stay in the house for a long time, what we have to do? You should be very good. You should have to behave yourself. Means you should learn how to behave. That horse was also nodded and said. So this boy mounted on the horse and went to the tourist. This horse was a very beautiful animal. White, spotless white, and nice features it has got, beautifully made. So within no time, tourists were attracted to it and they took it for ride. Okay, this boy was also running in front of the horse. The horse behaved very well that day, and then when they reached that nearby village, the tourists got down. This boy sat in the dhaba, near the wayside tea stall, and had a cup of tea. When he looked up to the sky, it was getting grey. Grey sky, blue sky is welcome. It's a sunny day. So grey sky means cloudy day. Means it was so dark. Slowly getting the sky is getting dark. So he thought that big storm is brewing. Brewing means is going to begin. So he got up and where was his horse? His horse was grazing on the ground. He called the horse, it has come. Then he told that he paid the money to the tea vendor and he told him, so Kaka, I shall get back soon. I don't want to be drenched on my way home. What does it mean that drenched? Do you have any idea, Rasya? Do you have any idea? Ramjan finished his tea quickly. Why do you think that he has finished his tea quickly? It was about to rain, he thought. Fetch means brought. F-E-T-C-H. Fetch means brought. This word is very much, it's not a new word to you. In LKG you learned the term. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Fetch means to bring. So he finished it quickly, fetched the horse and told the owner of the shop, I had better hurry. Kaka, I have to better hurry. I don't want to reach home drenched to skin. Drenched to skin. Drenched to skin. What is the meaning of this phrase? Drenched to skin means totally wet. Clothes, skin, everything. Okay? When you went in a very heavy rain, what will happen within no time? You will be drenched into the skin, means wet thoroughly. Thoroughly wet. Your clothes, your hair, your shoes, everything is. I don't want to reach home drenched to the skin. Drenched to the skin is a phrase. It's not a complete sentence. It's a half sentence. Okay? Right. He galloped. What is galloping? Horse walks. Hart trots means jogging. Horse gallops when it runs. Two legs. You see, it will be like this. Horse. Okay. Two steps. It goes like this. Have you not seen the galloping of horse? Very good. And he galloped down the road along the Linder River. There is a river named Linder. He galloped down the road along the Linder River. Linder is the name of a river. Okay. Along means by side of. An hour later, gust of wind swept through the tree. Gust means gust. Should be called push, throw. We call force of wind is more appropriate. Force of wind. When there is a storm, you get this air is pushing you, isn't it? So that is called gust of wind. The gust of wind swept through the trees. He started going alongside the river, and he felt that he was being pushed by the strong wind. Okay, gust of wind. The big branches being bent swept through the gust of wind swept through the trees. So when forceful wind passes through the trees, what will happen? The branches bent swayed as the gale screeched through their leaves. When a gust of wind is passing through the trees, their branches, great branches, were bent, swayed means moving to and fro, up and down. They are moving according to the force of wind. Gale means strong wind. Strong wind. The gale screeching through the leaves. When the strong wind is passing through the leaves, you feel the sound of leaves as it's going on. Ramjan looked up and watched large black clouds crawl over the sky. When he looked up, he saw large black clouds were traveling in the sky, spreading out like gigantic monsters. Gigantic means very big. It's a gigantic. Gigantic means very big. chimneys. Gigantic, very big. Gigantic. Monstrous means Rakshasa. They are like gigantic, monstrous, big, fearful creatures they are. Okay? The clouds are moving like that way. In the different shapes, they move. Different shapes and sizes. Okay, find them. Gigantic monsters hiding the faraway snow-peaked mountains. Snow-peaked mountains, they become blurred. They could not see because the vision is blurred because of the dark clouds that are traveling. So he could not see the snow-capped mountains also. So dark is suddenly it has become. Okay. And from beyond the mountain came the first faint rumble of approaching thunder. Beyond the mountain ranges, he could hear the first rumble. Rumble means, see, if you throw a big stone or boulder from the mountain top, what sound you hear? When it's rolling, like that. So like that he heard the first thunder from behind the mountains. Means thunder means what's the indication? First lightning. Light reaches faster than the sound. First you see the lightning. Lightning means merupu. Soon after it is followed by thunder. Loud sound. Where from the sound it gets generated? When the clouds are rubbing one another, sound generates. That's called as thunder. Thunder means large sound, lightning, and after that you may find the thunderbolt, pilugu. Okay? Now let's see. If I take the shortcut, I might just make it home in time. He thought, if I go on the main road, it may take some time. So if I take a shortcut through the woods, I think it will be easier. I can reach the home before it starts heavy rain. He thought. So he has changed his direction, going through the woods means the forest, trees and all, it is a shortcut to his home. He said to his horse, come on, Bobo, let's go. He guided the horse into the woods, onto the bridle path, onto a small bridle path. What is a bridle path? Bridle means a cattle track. We want to make this walk on a road or path. What is the path? In the fields you find when all the animals, cattle walk, there will be a small path, very small path. Okay, that's called as cattle track. Okay. He guided it to a bridle path. Overhead he heard a wind cheer at the branches, and he bowed. He heard that the wind is cheering the plants. Okay. It switched through the underwood. Switch means pass through. I give all these meanings. Pass through. The wind may pass through the undergrowth. What is undergrowth? Underwood means big trees are there. Under these trees there are shrubs. Shrubs means they are not very bushes, big bushes. And it was going and it is whistling. When the wind is going fast through this thing, like that. Then whiff the Ramjan's face. The wind that came and whiff. Whiff means taking a small stick and just hitting it. Whiff on his face. Wind is whiffing. Have you ever have you had this experience of getting whiffed by a wind during this cyclone? When the wind is blowing very fast and the winds are very high, when you put your face outside, what would happen? You get a big slap like thing you have. Okay? Right. It whiffed into Ramjan's eyes, robbing him of his breath. when you face the strong wind, you go out of breath. Because wind will not allow you to breathe also. So that was the strength of the wind. Hurry Bulbul, he said, hurry Bulbul. Arjun the boy, Arjun means he asked the thing, forcibly. Okay, hurry Bulbul. The boy crouching low on the horse neck. Normally they ride this way, keeping their torso straight. But when there is a wind, he bent over he crouching means bending on the neck of the horse. He caught the neck of this horse and he bent himself so low to avoid dust and strong wind. The horse galloped on, ran like a devil. The horse galloped on, sure-footed. Though it is running, it knows where to run. It is not crippling, sure-footed and confident. Horse was very confident. When it is running, it is not looking here and there. It knows its way. It is very confident. It has got faith in its own legs, strength. So it was very confident. Okay, he knew the forest as well as his master, maybe even better. This boy, Ramzan, knows the forest. Horse also knows forest very well. Where to take a pen, where to turn and all these things. Even better than his master. He is better than Ramzan. Okay. The first drops of rain drummed on the leaves. Just when the rain starts, it falls on the rooftops. It makes a pitter patter, raindrops make some sounds, right? So first raindrops, big raindrops fell on the leaves. Then we can hear some sound. That's falling on the leaves. And a blinding flash lit in the sky, and ear splitting crash echoed in the valley. Then he saw the dark cloud is lit. It means as if some thousands and thousands candles of tube lights are put. As the dark sky was lit by what? By lightning, merupu. And then followed by thunder. You know how the thunder makes sound? And it echoed in the valley. Echo means resound. And resounded. When it's echoed in one side, the sound waves goes to the other hilltops and again re-echoed. So it was thunder itself is fearful. Thunder echoed and re-echoed, and this boy and the horse were going alone in the valley. See, imagine, and it was a heavy rain started. Just imagine that light of the boy, and the thunder was ear splitting, breaking the ear. Okay, and the horse picked ears. The horse picked ears. Okay, picked the ears means horse ears are like this. Then they hear bigger sounds than us. Human beings can hear only certain sounds. Zero sounds they cannot hear. Low frequency sound and high frequency sound we cannot hear. Animals can hear. Dogs can hear. Before the earthquake, they can all the animals can run away. But we cannot hear until finally it happens. Okay, so the horse pricked his ear. Look at me. Horse pricked his ear. Okay, it senses something. It senses something. Something is going to happen. Tightening the reins, Ramzan cocks the tense horse. Easy now. The horse is a little nervous, restless because he's picking his ears. Then this fellow pulled the reins and he patted on his neck. Okay, oxen is relaxing because he's saying that easy now. We're doing fine. Okay, good. Easy now. Take it easy. Run. That's all. Do not get worried. Bulbul lied tossed his head. And Bulbul lied. Lied means the horse makes sound. The Bulbul lied and tossed his head. This boy is telling me, pull down, but this Bulbul said, Bulbul simply tossed his head. Another series of quick flashes of lightning pierced in the darkness of the wood. Then another series of lightning. The sky is lightning and the entire dark valley is flashing. Okay. And the horse came to a halt, immobilized with fear. Immobilized means not moving. Immobilized. Means not moving. When the thunder started, this boy said, okay, Bulbul, take it easy. Now you are being very fine. Let's go home. Don't worry. Then suddenly heart stopped. Animal sixth sense, they have a sense of danger. Okay? Suddenly it started, sudden break. This boy was actually out of balance. Then there was a series means one after the series of flashes. It's a lightning. Okay. The horse was stopped with fear. It was really afraid of the lightning. Then it happened, because when the thunderbolt is falling on us, when Pidugu is falling on us, if you see that it will reach the highest object. Tree means tree, lamp or a lamp post, whatever. Okay. What the expert scientist tells us is that you sit down and close your ears, put your head down, and just before the thunder struck the ground, you get your hair raised. Electrostatics. You get in your hair. So animals' nose is better. You see in the newspaper that so many people are struck by the thunder. But have you ever seen any dog is struck by the thunder? They know. Before the thunder reaches, they escape from the place. You understand? Okay then. The horse, the deafening, he thought he had struck him. The next flash was very close. Very close. And he thought that he was struck. It was so close, so bright, his eyes were blind and his ears were almost blocked. He thought it struck him. The deafening thunderbolt almost jerked him off the sand. The deafening sound waves, he almost threw him off the saddle, in the seat. The horse wind and strained against the reins. This fellow was falling down. Horse wind means it neighed at high pitch sound, and he is trying to pull the reins because the boy is falling down. Reins are in his hand. This horse is trying to escape from the place. It is straining at the strain, is pulling at the reins. He reared up and neighed frantically. Once again, he reared up, stood on his hind legs and neighed frantically, afraid, worried, confused, high-pitched neigh it was. Then, when it is up means it is a danger. You should not be tall when it is thunders are falling. Okay? So, down, down, down. Bulbul, he ordered. Down. That's it. That's a good horse. You are a good horse, right? Okay, down, down. And he passed his heels gently into the horse flanks. Flanks means sides. Why? That is a break actually. They hit under the tummy. Flanks piston. Okay. This horse stood rigid. All his senses attuned to danger. Because this was a signal from the boss to stop. It stopped, but it was so much restless. It is expecting some danger to fall. From the tree overhead, Ramjan heard a deafening moan. They were going under the big trees. From the tree next to him, he heard a big moan. Moan means somebody is crying. Oh, what was it? It was a deafening moan. The sound was so much deafening, means making the ears deaf. He looked up and started a heavy. He looked up and stared at heavy branches splinting off the trunk, and it had just a slow motion. It fell down straight on him. So when he looked up, just now one thunderbolt fell very close to him, maybe on the tree. When the thunderbolt falls on the tree, it splits the tree. So the horse is restless. That means there is some danger very close by. Then when he looked up, he saw that big branch of a huge tree was split into pieces, and in the slow motion is falling right on him. He tried to escape, but one of the branches fell on him, and he fell down from the horse, and the branch was on him, and this somehow could strain it, and it was clear. Horse was escaped, and but this boy was struck by the falling branch, and he was pinned to the ground, and he could not move. Just see what happens. So you should be very careful not to venture in the open lands when it is thundering and heavy rain. Okay. So what happens to the boy? Whether he died or not, whether he escaped from the danger or not, who helped him? These are the things can be answered in the next section. Okay. Till then, keep smiling, stay home, stay safe, and read the section 2 which I have just taught. Thank you.